In order to experience a truly transformational business journey, it's incumbent upon all business owners to have an efficiently transparent and effective business model in order to realize the peak of your business's performance. Joseph Setup is a veteran business coach who's on a mission to help business owners fulfill their dreams through unique business models, revenue streams, and providing growth to those businesses who are on a mission to make a solid contribution to societal life. He joined me this week to discuss his transformational business workshops and how he's helped countless businesses go through a dramatic and effective transformation. I'm Kevin McShann. Let's have this conversation. Good to know. So, Joseph, if you're ready, we'll welcome you to the program, and we're excited to learn all about dynamic and dramatic business transformations this afternoon. So great to see you, and thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you. My pleasure, Kevin. My pleasure.
Joseph, I know that you have a mission to inspire business owners to reach their dreams, fullest potential by helping them create effective business models and unique revenue streams. So, can you tell me a little bit about your mission and how you arrived at where you stand today?
Sure. Well, I think there is a story behind me doing this business model designing. Actually, when I moved from my corporate role to full-time business coaching, I only had one ambition in mind, like that is to help business owners succeed or help them achieve their dreams so that the non-dreamers under them can start dreaming or would have the faith and strength to start dreaming. So during my 18 years of corporate life, I understood the pain, struggles, challenges a business owner or a CEO undergoes or faces. And always my thought process was as to how to help them succeed. Now, even after moving into full-time business coaching, I wasn't sure as to how I could effectively help them or create a meaningful impact in their business. So this is when I heard about a business transaction. I mean, this is a real story, like where how I really changed into this modeling. So that is like a four-storied apartment building, which was purchased for like 15 million, was sold for like 45 million in 6 months. So this was an amazing for me to do some research and learning as to how could someone bring in a threefold valuation in 6 months. So to make the long story short, the residential apartment with minor changes in the facility and infrastructure, it was converted into a senior living home, which resulted in more occupancy and more rental income. So when I look back, what is that change here? It's the business model. So within the business model, the real changes were in customer segment, the revenue model, the key activities. And this resulted in this huge 3 times of valuation in 6 months. So this was a game changer for me. I started to research and learn even more on business model design, even though in short, it's a process through which an organization creates, delivers, or captures value. But there is more into it. And currently I help clients design business models with 14 business canvases and 60 different business patterns to carve out the unique business model which would suit the client's business industry and with considering the internal and external environment they are in.
And tell me, I know that you believe that networking is vitally important to success in business. So, can you tell me some keys you think to effectively network in business?
Yeah, sure, Kevin. I am specialized in a like very unique niche, which is business model designing, and not many coaches in the industry specializes in this niche area, and with special focus into the small and medium SME enterprises. And on the other end, there's a huge gap in the market, especially with small and medium enterprises, with respect to knowing the significance of having a business model. So since I'm into this unique and rare niche, it's important for me to make the market know that I exist. And hence, the key is to effectively network and meet a wide variety of people who could pass a referral or make these SME owners know that a person like me exists.
And can you tell me a little bit about your personal journey and living in Canada, and what does that mean to you to bring business opportunities through modeling to a larger group of audience here in Canada?
So here, once when you see it's more on the online mode, which I help, I conduct workshops for the strategic leadership team as well as the CEOs or a business owner to identify what their current business model is, and then fine tune their model or creatively carve out a new business model to help them have solid revenue growth and market potential in this in their specific industry.
And tell me, what do you think is the keys to effective business revenue generating and maintaining a positive business model and having the ability to pivot when you need to change your business model?
Okay, so I can tell you an example of, so it's more easy for audience as well as yourself to understand. You know, there was a client of mine who was into this, who was into manufacturing of health supplements. And since he was a smaller player and he had to compete with these biggies, to sell to sell the product was really difficult. So we had to come up with an innovative business model as to how to pitch this into the market. So we started brainstorming and build a business model. So rather than product selling, we started looking at concept selling. So how we did the concept selling was, see, now in this pandemic situation, the key is to have good health. So instead of gifting, the sweets and all those, why not gift health supplements to your employees, to your families, to your friends? So the concept, from product, we moved to concept selling, and then it clicked. So these are the ways, even in the turbulent times, we can create an impact in the market with respect to revenue and market growth.
And I understand that you have a podcast called Business in 90 Seconds. So can you tell me about your podcast and the audience you tried to reach there?
Oh, sure. So this is something which I started on my 43rd birthday. Now it's in its seventh episode. It's a weekly podcast based on an analogy and which gives business insights. So since my target customers are CEOs and business owners, I wanted to keep it short and sweet to respect their time. And hence I condense the content in a capsule form, making it like, in business concept in 90 seconds. And my mission is to give a food for thought to take baby step towards this business transformation for their organization.
And
Now,
go ahead, sorry.
now there's an interesting reasoning behind starting this podcast too. So in my career friend, I have like three main goals. One is to coach a Fortune 500 CEO or make one of my clients to be in Fortune 500. And second is to write a book. And third was to make a business model designing part of any businesses in a way that any organization does a budget. Now, in order for me to achieve my second goal, that is to write a book, after analyzing me, I understood that I do not have like all the qualities of a good writer. So I thought, what if I start a podcast like Business in 90 Seconds, and each week I can put a small effort to this podcast. And once I finish my 200th episode, I can convert that into a book. And hence this concept of the show.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. And Joseph, I'm not sure if you know this, but this October is a National Disability Employment Awareness Month. So I'm curious to get your thoughts on your message for employers and CEOs and business executives on the importance of inclusion and incorporating individuals with disabilities into the workforce.
Uh, well, I have a different perspective on the word disability because, in a macro sense, everyone is disabled either mentally, physically, or spiritually in one way or other. The only difference is some of us is more visible and transparent compared to others. So I think we should use this month to create this awareness so that end of the day, everyone is equal. Now, coming back to your point on a micro perspective, even in each one's disability, everyone has unique talents. If you take the example of Nick Vujicic, he's an evangelist and a motivational speaker, right? He's a perfect example of that. Now once that unique talent is applied to where it is really deficit or required, it by itself creates opportunity for everyone. So therefore, our efforts should be channelized to identify those unique talents, nurture them, and utilize in the right areas so that it becomes a great value addition.
So, Joseph, when your business career and your professional career is over, I'm curious, what do you want your legacy to be, or what do you want to be defined by?
Wow, it's a great question. Now, if I look back in life, I see three main roles which I have been asked to play. And how well I play these roles would define how well I be remembered for. So, the out of the three roles, the first role is the time you pitch into this world. You are either a son or a daughter, and this role of a son or a daughter continues till your parents are alive. So, how you take care of them is something which I would like to be remembered for. The second role, each and every human being is gifted with some unique talents. Our mission is to find this unique talent of ours and make the best use of this talent in helping others. And for me, I'm in my early 40s and I have this unique and solid international business experience of 18 years. I want to leverage this experience to help small and medium enterprises out there to become big enterprises. And I want to be remembered as a person who was a catalyst in this transformation. Now,
My,
on the third role,
yeah, what's the third one? Sorry,
no, it's okay. Again, going back a little bit on the family, in the due course of you becoming mature, you take up additional responsibilities of having a family, wife, kids, etc. Right? I wanted to be remembered as a role model to my children, giving them good basics and exposure, and helping them find their unique gifts and guiding them in utilizing in the best of the ways possible.
fantastic. And my final question for you is, when you're not working, what do you like to do for fun, Joseph?
Oh, great. So it's another good one, Kevin. So it's I should tell it's a bit on a spiritual line. So I'm a big fan of being in present and in emptiness, which means to consciously direct my awareness using energy and concentration to be in that empty space. I'm a Catholic and I love in Jesus. I believe in Jesus Christ and the power of Holy Spirit. So I use this technique to be in present and often spend time to listen to know the purpose of what the Almighty has scheduled for me.
Joseph, I want to take a few minutes to thank you for joining me this afternoon. It was wonderful spending a few minutes with you and learning about your story and the impact you're making in the business world. And I want to thank you for being here this afternoon. It's most appreciated.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a lot, Kevin. So thanks. It's an honor for me to be being part of your show, and thanks for inviting me as a guest. I wish you all the best. I have heard a lot about you. Your journalism is in your blood. I wish you tremendous success in future, in your future.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for the compliment and for being here this afternoon. It's most appreciated.
Yeah. Thank you.